Dear students, good evening. Today we will discuss one more topic, structure of an atom. Okay, I wanted to discuss about the synopsis of structure of an atom for JEE level or NEET level. What are the important topics present for the structure of from the structure of atom for the JEE and NEET level. Okay, here already we know about structure of an atom. Okay, here atom contains electrons, protons, neutrons. Most of the atoms contain electron, proton and neutron. Along with that, positrons and positrons and different particles are present in that. Those particles are we called as a subatomic particles. The atom which consists particles we consider as a subatomic particles. Okay, here electron, proton, neutron. These are the subatomic particles. These are present in a atom. And the arrangement of electron, proton and neutron and other orbitals like that. Okay, in a atom we considered as structure of an atom. The explanation of the arrangement of electron, proton, neutron and other particles, okay, we considered as a structure of an atom. Okay, here electron, proton, neutron. Okay, here proton, electron, neutron. First, okay, who discovered proton, who discovered electron, who discovered neutron? We'll see. After that we'll move into the molecule. Okay, here one principle is there, P and pen is equal to, okay, here GTC, in some books GTC, we mentioned RTC. Okay, here proton discovered by Goldstein or Rutherford, electron discovered by J.J. Thomson, neutron discovered by James Chadwick. This is the just discovery information about the, okay, electron, proton and neutron. Electron, proton and neutron. These electron, proton, neutron we called as subatomic particles. Subatomic particle. These three simply called as subatomic particles. And here, okay, here I am writing charge of an electron, charge of an electron, mass of an electron, nature of an electron, and proton and neutron also. Okay, here first I want to take electron, then proton. Okay, third one is neutron. Neutron. What is the charge of neutron? Neutral, 0. Okay, here proton 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. Electron minus 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. The charge of electron is negative, so we called as E minus. The charge of proton is positive, we called as E plus. E, what is E here? What is E? It is not a first letter of electron. It is a charge of the particle. Okay, here E0, neutron. And here mass of an electron is, okay, mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilograms. 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilograms. Here mass of proton is 1.673 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kilograms. Here also same, proton and neutron both are having same mass. Okay, here minus 27 kilograms. When we are comparing the mass of an electron with the proton, okay, here the mass of an electron is, okay, 1 by 1836. 36 set of, okay, 36 parts of the electron mass. Okay, for example, proton mass is 1 gram, electron mass is 1 by 1836 parts, 1 by 1836 parts of the, okay, parts, that is the mass of an electron. So, electron is light particle, very light particle compared with the proton. That's why proton always staying at nucleus. Electrons always revolving around the nucleus. Okay, just this is about the information of the. Okay, and here E by m value. And one more thing, the charge of an electron, okay, explained, discovered by Mulliken. Okay, the charge of the electron discovered by Mulliken. And here J.J. Thomson explained E by m value of an electron. Okay, electron has less E by m value, very less E by m value compared to the proton. Okay, E by m value of electron is 1.7 into 10 to the power of 8 coulombs per gram. This is the E by m value of an electron. And here proton and neutron both are present in a nucleus, so these are called nucleons. These two are simply considered as a nucleons. Okay, just this is about the introduction of the electron, proton and neutron. And here electron moves toward the negative charge moves toward the positive charge. Positive charge means these are simply considered as a cathodic rays. Okay, here canal rays, and proton we called as a anodic rays. Okay, this moves toward the anode, that's why we called as a anodic rays. And here the discovery of proton explained by using a gold foil experiment, Rutherford gold foil experiment. By using that, okay, this explained, and that gold foil experiment explained by Goldstein. And here electron and proton both are discovered by using electric discharge tubes. And here one more thing, when in electron moves in discharge tube, okay, electron absorbed as a colorless, and here proton absorbed as a some color. When proton moves from the one electrode to another electrode, okay, these moves we observe as a moves in colored form, and we observed as a colored form in electric discharge tube. Just this is about the introduction of the atomic structure, electron, proton and neutron. And here we'll see in continuation atomic species. How many atomic species are there? So many atomic species are there. Already we know about that one. Okay, here isotopes, isobars, isotones, isoelectric species, isodiaphoric molecules, and isostars and nuclear isomers. Here we have the nearly 7 types of atomic species are there in our atomic structure chemistry. Atomic species. Okay, here one is isotopes. First start with the isotopes. Second isobars. Third isotones. And fourth one isodiaphers. And fifth one isoelectric species. Fifth one isoelectric species. Okay, sixth one isostars. Okay, seventh one nuclear isomers. All these are the atomic species. Isotopes. Okay, the molecules are the atomic species which are having same atomic number but different. First isotope, same atomic number. The atomic species which are having same atomic number but different atomic mass we called as isotopes. These are having same number of electrons, same number of protons but differing neutrons. Example for this, so many examples are there. Here I am taking H11. Protium. This we called as protium. H12. Okay, deuterium. Deuterium. H13. Okay, this one we called as tritium. This one we called as tritium. Okay, so many examples are there. Nitrogen 714, nitrogen 714, nitrogen 715, and oxygen 8, oxygen 8 16, oxygen 8 17, oxygen 8 okay 18. So many examples are there for isotopes. Okay, here these are differing neutrons. Differing neutrons. Second one, isobars. Okay, the atomic species which are having same mass number, different atomic number and having same mass number, those are simply called as a isobars. Okay, example for this, argon 1840, calcium 2040. These are different atomic numbers but having same mass number. Same mass number. Okay, these two are called as a isobars. Here these are having different protons, different electrons and different neutrons also. Different neutrons. Here same neutrons but here different neutrons. Okay, here third one we'll see isotones. Isotones means having same atomic number, different atomic number, the atomic species which are having different atomic number, different mass number or same mass number, but okay, having same neutrons, we called as isotones. How you calculate the neutrons? Okay, calculation of neutrons. Neutrons is equal to A minus Z. Atomic mass, okay, and atomic number. By using this principle, we have to calculate the neutrons. For example, deuterium, hydrogen 1, 3. That means tritium. Helium 2, 4. Both are differing atomic number, atomic mass. Both are differing atomic number, atomic mass, but having same neutrons. Okay, helium nuclide and tritium nuclide both are having same number of neutrons. Here tritium A minus Z. Number of neutrons in tritium A minus Z means 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 means 2. Here helium also N is equal to A minus Z. A means for mass. Okay, here 2. Same number of neutrons. Both are having same number of neutrons. Okay, here atomic species which are having same number of neutrons but differing atomic number and atomic mass, those are simply considered as a isotones. Okay, then in continuation we'll see the isodiaphers. What is the meaning of isodiaphers? The compounds which are having different atomic number, different mass number, but having same diaphoric number. Okay, how we calculate the diaphoric number? Isodiaphers. Okay, isodiaphers. Okay, having same molecular formula, having same atomic number and same mass. Different atomic number, different mass, but having same diaphoric number. Okay, diaphoric number. Here we have to calculate diaphoric number. How to calculate the diaphoric number? Okay, here mass minus 2 into atomic number. Mass 2 into atomic number. By using this, we have to calculate the diaphoric number. Example for isodiaphers: fluorine 919. Okay, here potassium 1939. Okay, fluorine 9 atomic number, 19 mass. Potassium 19 atomic number, 39 mass. Okay, here fluorine 9, we have to calculate 9, 19, we have to calculate the diaphoric number, isodiaphoric number. Mass 19 minus 2 into 9. That means 19 minus 18. 19 minus 18 is equal to 1. Isophoric number is 1. Okay, here potassium 1939. Isodiaphoric number. Okay, here mass is 39. Okay, 2 into 19. 2 into 19 means 39 minus 38 is equal to 1. Both are having same isodiaphoric number. That's why these two, fluorine 919, potassium 1939, both are simply considered as a isodiaphers. And fifth one, isoelectronic species. Okay, these are different atomic number, different atomic mass, but having same number of electrons. We called as isoelectronic species. Here I am writing sodium plus, okay, magnesium plus 2, magnesium plus 2, aluminium plus 3, silicon plus 4. Okay, here nitrogen minus 3, okay, oxygen minus 2, fluorine minus. Okay, it has 10 electrons. It also has 10 electrons. Here also 10 electrons. Here also 10 electrons. Here also 10 electrons. All are having only 10 electrons. So these are simply considered as a isoelectronic species. Okay, these are different atomic number, different atomic mass, and different element, but having same number of electrons. We called as isoelectronic species. And isostars. What is the meaning of isostars? The atomic species which are having same number of atoms and electrons. The atomic species which are having same number of atoms, and same number of electrons. We called as isostars. Suppose for example carbon monoxide is there and nitrogen molecule. And here carbon dioxide is there and nitrous oxide is there. Okay, here how many molecules? 2. How many atoms? 2. Here how many atoms? 2. Here electrons 6 plus 8, 14 electrons. Here 7 plus 7, 14 electrons. Having same number of atoms and same number of electrons, we called as isostars. Here carbon 3 atoms. Here also 3 atoms. Okay, here 6 plus 16, 22 electrons. Okay, here 14 plus 8, 22 electrons. Okay, same number of atoms and same number of electrons, we called as isostars. Nuclear isomers. What is the meaning of nuclear isomers? Okay, these are having same atomic mass, same atomic number, but differing radioactive properties. Okay, bromine atomic mass 35. Okay, bromine atomic mass 35. Here the half-life time of this one is 8 hours. One molecule. The half-life time of one more molecule is 18 minutes. This is the half-life time of bromine. These two are called bromine 35 and bromine 35. We called as nuclear isomers. Okay, this is about the atomic species. In conclusion, we'll see what is the meaning of atomic number, what is the meaning of atomic mass. Okay, here atomic number, atomic mass, we'll see in conclusion. After that, how to calculate the neutrons. and the atom which has no neutrons. We see in continuation. What is the meaning of atomic number? Atomic number indicate with Z number of, okay, here number of positive particles. The number of positive particles which are present in an atom we called as atomic number, or the number of protons present in a atom we called as atomic number. Number of protons should mention number of proton or number of positive charges present in atom we called as atomic number. Atomic number. Atomic mass. Atomic mass indicate with capital A. Okay, the sum of neutrons and protons or electrons. The sum of neutrons and protons which are present in atom we called as atomic mass. Always this atomic mass, okay, always this atomic mass present in the nucleus. According to the Rutherford theory, okay, Rutherford discovered the nucleus of an atom. According to the Rutherford, neutron and protons always present in a nucleus only. Around the nucleus, electrons always revolve around the nucleus. We'll see in continuation those models also. Okay, atomic number and atomic mass. Okay, here atomic models. Okay, I wanted to discuss about the atomic models. So many atomic models were proposed by the scientists for the explaining the structure of an atom. Okay, in that way, the first model is J.J. Thomson's atomic model. J.J. Thomson's atomic model. Liquid drop model is the atomic model. First liquid drop model is there. Before that liquid drop model is there. Liquid drop model means, okay, you take the water liquid, okay, just keep like this. Okay, here where we keep the dot, that part is we considered as a nucleus. That water spread around the center. The spreading area we called as a, okay, area of an atom. We mentioned like that we called as liquid drop model. And here J.J. Thomson's model. Okay, it explains about the position of the electrons, position of the protons, and shape of an atom. Okay, according to the J.J. Thomson model, atom, the shape of atom is spherical. Okay, and here it is appeared like a watermelon. Watermelon spherical in shape. Okay, here red color material is there, and here seeds are there. Okay, seeds. The red color material is considered as a mass of an atom, and the seeds are simply considered as a electrons. That means electrons, okay, completely dispersed into the total mass of the atom. Okay, mass of this watermelon. So this we called as watermelon model. Okay, it is appeared as a palm, okay, resin palm, like that. Okay, so we called as this model palm pudding model. Okay, palm pudding model or palm raising model, we will mention like that. Okay, this is about the J.J. Thomson model. Okay, based on this J.J. Thomson model, okay, Rutherford also explains about the Rutherford model. Okay, according to the J.J. Thomson model, atoms spherical in shape. Taken that sentence from the J.J. Thomson model. Before that, we have the Dalton model also is there. Dalton model is the oldest model of the atomic model. Okay, it also explains about the different phenomena of an atom. Okay, here Rutherford model. According to Rutherford model also, atom in spherical shape. And here, okay, here the mass of an atom, okay, always present in the center of the atom. The center of the atom we called as nucleus. Nucleus discovered by this Rutherford only. nucleus discovered by Rutherford only. Here, center of the atom, nucleus. Okay, here around the nucleus we have the empty space. We have the empty space. In this empty space, electrons always revolves around this nucleus. This empty space. Okay, in empty space, electron always revolves around the nucleus. Okay, here always electron revolves now. Okay, the pathway of this electron, with the pathway nowadays we called as a orbitals, shells like that. Okay, here electron revolves in that empty space. And one more thing, comparing the size of an atom, okay, with the nucleus is, okay, the size of nucleus is negligible when we are comparing with the size of an atom. Suppose for example, size of an atom is 1. Okay, nucleus atom is nearly 1 by 1 lakh. 1 by 1 lakh parts of that size. This is the just introduction of the Rutherford model. Rutherford model explained by using, okay, gold foil experiment. Goldstein gold foil experiment. Okay, gold foil experiment. He took the gold foil. Okay, we don't want to discuss about the complete experiment of the, okay, this Rutherford model and gold foil experiment. And one more thing, okay, okay, here disadvantages are there. Demerits present in this, okay, Rutherford model. Okay, always according to the electrostatic theory, electron always revolves around the nucleus. If any charged particle revolves around the nucleus, always that should be fall down into the center of the nucleus. But it not appeared here. It does not appear here. So this is the one of the disadvantage of Rutherford model. And always we'll get the continuous spectrum. Okay, but here we'll get the discontinuous spectrum. This is the disadvantage of, these two are the disadvantages of Rutherford model. And one more thing, okay, it doesn't explain about the position of an electron. Electron revolves in empty space. Where the electron revolve, okay, this theory failed to explain, okay, position of an electron. Exclusively it explains about the nucleus. This is about the simple discussion of the Rutherford model. In continuation, we'll see the electromagnetic radiation. What is the meaning of electromagnetic radiation? What is the meaning of hydrogen spectrum? What is the meaning of, okay, we'll see in continuation. Okay, first we'll see the electromagnetic radiation. The radiation which was evolved from the electromagnetic thing, we called as electromagnetic radiation. The electromagnetic radiation measured in the form of, okay, different terms. EMR, I am writing EMR means electromagnetic radiation. This measures in the form of, okay, wavelength. Wavelength indicate with lambda. Wave number indicate with nu bar. Wave frequency indicate with nu. Wave amplitude okay. Wave number, wave velocity, these are the different terms used for the measurement of electromagnetic radiation. What is the wavelength? What is the meaning of wave? Okay, here one is the stationary point. If you disturbed here in stationary point, we observe crest and trough. and trough. Okay, this one we called as crest, this one we called as trough, which are present on the axis. Above the axis we called crest, below the axis we called as trough. Okay, the distance between two successive crests or two successive troughs, the distance between two successive crests we called as wavelength. We called as wavelength. Wavelength measured in angstroms, nanometers, picometers, centimeters and meters. Wavelength measured in angstroms, nanometer, picometer, centimeter and meter. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 meters, 10 to the power of minus 10 centimeters. Okay, 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeters, 10 to the power of minus 9 centimeters. This is about the important values for the problematic part. Okay, here wave number, the number of waves present in a 1 centimeter area we called as wave number. Wave number indicated with nu bar. This we called as nu. Okay, and bar, nu bar. Okay, here nu bar always is equal to the 1 by lambda. That means nu bar always indirectly proportional. Okay, the wavelength increased means, okay, wave number decreased. Wave number decreased means wavelength will be increased. That means indirectly proportional. Indirectly proportional to just wavelength and wave number. So what is the meaning of wave frequency? The number of waves present in a 1 centimeter area within 1 second, 1 centimeter area, or okay, fixed distance, 1 centimeter area, fixed distance in 1 centimeter area, or fixed distance in 1 second we called as wave frequency. Wave frequency indicated with nu. Okay, nu is indirectly proportional to the lambda. Nu is indirectly proportional to the lambda. That means wave frequency increases means wavelength decreases. Okay, here you have to remove the proportionality constant. Nu is equal to c by lambda. What is c? Okay, c is the velocity of light. C is the velocity of light. Velocity of light. 3 into 10 to the power of, the value of this one is 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Okay, centimeters. 3 into 10 to the power of 10 meters. 3 into 10 to the power of 10 meters. Okay, this is about the velocity of light. The value of velocity of light. This is the principle for the frequency. This is the principle for the frequency. What is the meaning of wave amplitude? The height of the crest or depth of the trough. The height of the crest or depth of the trough we called as wave amplitude. Wave amplitude. And wave velocity, the speed of wave within a certain period, within a fixed area we called as wave velocity. Wave velocity. These are the different terms which are used for the measurement of electromagnetic radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. Based on that electromagnetic radiation, by using we have to explain. Okay, we have to explain one more theory, Planck's quantum theory. Okay, Bohr's theory. Okay, before that we'll see the photoelectric effect. We'll see in continuation those topics next video. Thank you. And problems, we'll see the problems on this one. Okay, how to calculate the wavelength of wave frequency of red color, how to calculate the wave frequency of orange color, yellow color or any color. Okay, next video we'll do the problems. Okay, problems on okay, this frequency and wavelength and wave number, like that. Thank you.